Question from Gabe Bach at Texags.
Hey, Ben, nice.
I've been good. How are you?
Doing good. Hey, how much running back do you think you're going to play moving forward, and how much are you working there versus what percentage of the pie is spent at receiver versus running back right now?
Right now I feel like I'm taking a lot of reps at receiver at the moment. But I'm pretty sure things are going to get a lot different as the spring continues. Right now we're just working everybody, making sure that everybody is getting some work in. So I mean, we're all just working on numbers right now, and we're all getting better. So.
What ways do you feel like, or how confident are you that the 2021 offense will be more explosive? I'm not saying better, worse, whatever, but more explosive in terms of big plays than it was a year ago.
I feel like with an experienced offense, especially in the skill position group, I feel like we have a great opportunity to be more explosive, like you were saying, just because of how well we know the offense, how well we're starting to be able to read coverages before the snap is even called or whatnot. So, I mean, I feel like that all has to come with experience and just being able to read the defensive keys before the ball is even snapped. Thank you.
All right, next up is going to be Zach Taylor from Bryant Broadcasting, and then Tyler.
Yeah, Ainias, from your perspective, what's this quarterback battle look like so far this spring?
Right now, they're still fighting it out. I'm not going to say exactly who has won the spot because there's not a spot won yet. So, I mean, the spring is continue on, and we're all still getting better. And right now, it's just going to come down to who's ready to take over the team.
Thanks.
Let's go to Tyler Shaw from KBTX, and then Mike Lucas.
Yeah, Ainias, what are you working on the most this spring? And how much more comfortable, because you say you're taking a lot of reps at receiver, but things could change. How much more comfortable after being such a utility guy last year are you in that kind of a role?
I feel like my role in this offense is I had to step up to the plate to become the best leader that I can become for the team. And with me doing that, I feel like that's just going to be able to elevate my game a whole lot more, because not only am I going to be the one that's going 100%, but if I push my teammates to also go 100%, then that's just going to be able to elevate my game to ensure that I'm going 100%. So with me knowing the offense, I feel like I have a great role in trying to help everybody else learn the offense, and also for me to better understand what's going on in the offense.
And going back real quick to the quarterback battle, has there been any sort of connection or chemistry that you've liked in this early spring with any of them?
I feel like each quarterback is definitely working well. I definitely like Zach. I definitely like Haynes. Both quarterbacks are definitely working their tails off right now to get that starting position. And shoot, I feel like the chemistry on whether it's either one of those guys is definitely, I feel like each receiver is definitely liking the chemistry. So for sure.
All right, next up is Mike Lucas from KAGS, and then Justin.
Hey, nice. I got two ones for you real quick. First off, in what area do you feel like this offense can improve most upon from last year?
I feel like our offense can be more effective in the explosive game, number one, and then also number two, I feel like with our offensive line leaving this past year, I feel like the new offensive line is just like with Kenyon Green, he's just going to have to step up and be like a huge leader for that offensive line so they can, elevate their game or whatnot. But I feel like those are the two main, components of the game that we need to improve on right now.
And then when you look at, the guys in this year's draft, Rondale Moore, Elijah Moore, a couple guys like that, they're considered offensive weapons. Just get the ball in their hands, good things happen. Do you consider yourself that type of player, and do you foresee yourself getting that type of recognition as the season progresses?
Yes, I feel like I'm definitely a game changer when it comes to situations where, third down, second and long. I feel like you can definitely, Coach Fisher can definitely put his trust into me and getting the balls in my hand and just letting me, do what I do. But when it comes to, everybody else looking as that guy or whatnot, I don't really like to let that get in my head, just because I know once you start to try to play for the fans and everybody else, then and not yourself or your team, then that's when you start to make mistakes and not really play to your full potential. So I feel like I'm gonna just play for my team and work on get bettering myself.
Thank you, Ainias. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Justin Woodard from KAGS and then Travis Brown.
Hey, guys, can you shed some insight on what the receiving rotation looks like right now? Obviously, I know Caleb will be back for the fall, and we wish him a speedy recovery. He brought a different dynamic to you guys, but what's kind of the rotation like right now, and what other guys need to step up besides you?
I feel like everybody in the receiving room needs to step up. And that's not only saying just because of what happened last year, but I believe we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard if we want to be at that top caliber that we say we want to be at. So, I mean, I feel like this year we're not able to have any mental errors, no MAs, no drops. You know, we just need to play the best football that we've ever played if we want to make it to that, you know, top level that we want to be at. But when it comes to the rotation, everybody is getting reps. I mean, everybody's going with the ones. We're all working together collaboratively to make sure that we're all getting the same work, if not bettering off each other. So when it comes, that's basically it. I'm not even going to explain no more for sure.
Real quick for you, you mentioned, you realize you're the game changer. How fun is it for you to move around and bounce around between slot, outside, running back? Is that something you like to do? You enjoy that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like with me being so versatile and being like a weapon in different aspects on the offensive side, I feel like defenses, they tend to freeze up once they see me as something that they're not used to seeing me as. So like if I go out to receiver and then motion back in the backfield or something, they're not really used to that. And a lot of times this past year, when we did come out in two back set, every time we did, the defensive side had to call a timeout off rips because they wasn't ready. So, I mean, I feel like that's just going to be a great weapon, especially with all the other weapons and targets that we have this year. So it's going to be a great, successful year.
Thank you, sir.
Next up is Travis Brown from the Eagle and then Olin Buchanan.
Hey, nice. Jaden said earlier that some of the players might have the opportunity to get vaccinated later this week. As a veteran guy and team veterans, is there an encouragement for the guys to go get that vaccine so you don't have to deal with the same maybe quarantine stuff this year? Or is with the coaching staff and the veteran guys, is it kind of left up to everyone can do what they want to do and it's up to them?
I feel like I'm not going to necessarily encourage or try to force anything on anybody. The vaccination, that is something that is totally on them and totally on our coaches. I mean, I'm not going to be the one to, you feel me, try to influence anybody to do something that they may not want to do. So I'm gonna just let that deal. I'm gonna let all of that play out by itself.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Our next up is Olin Buchanan, and then we'll finish with Sam Kahn.
Yeah, hi, Ainias. Damon is especially a lot of the Aggie fans have been waiting on him. What kind of progress do you as a fellow receiver see from him?
I definitely like the progress that Damon is starting to bring to the table. He's definitely maturing. You can definitely see his play start to elevate because of his maturity. And I feel like he has a great opportunity to go ahead and show the world what he's capable of.
What can he do for you?
I feel like he's a great person to be able to feed off of, especially when it comes to a game, because his energy that he brings is totally different from a lot of other people. He's always ready and amped up to go. So I feel like with that, he's just going to be able to bring energy to not only me, but to the entire team.
Hey, why do you think so many guys my dog's excited about it. Why do you think so many guys are from Houston are coming to play for A&M?
Oh, man, I love it. I mean, with A&M wanting to recruit Texas, I feel like that's the way to go. Texas is definitely a hotbed, especially Houston itself, just for, D1 athletes. And the more and more we go out and search for those guys, and the more and more, then those guys are going to want to come to us. So I mean, not only are we looking for guys that want to come to A&M, but we're looking for guys that want to contribute and help win at A&M. So that's one thing that we also look for.
But specifically, the guys from Houston coming here so much, is it just because it's so close to home, or is it anything else, do you think?
I think those guys that are from Houston, they see what the Houston guys are, I guess, doing in different classes. So I mean, like, we are getting a lot of Houston guys to come to A&M, and I feel like it's just because we're changing the culture here, and they see that. And Jimbo is and this team, we have definitely taken this place to a whole nother level, and we're trying to take it to even bigger and greater steps. So we're on the way. Thank you.
All right, we got one more. We'll go to Sam Kahn from The Athletic.
Ainias, I know you spent a lot of time during games having to change uniforms as you went through the process of going from special teams to offense. What was that process like for you on a game-to-game basis, and do you anticipate having to do that again this year?
It was actually quite a challenge, I ain't gonna lie. I used to, after, like, on the punt return, I really wasn't tired after the actual return, but I used to get winded after, like, taking off that tight jersey, and that's really what, like, had got me winded or whatnot. But I think I am gonna have to end up changing numbers again, just because we have Miles on the defensive side that also stays out there on punt return, and yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if I had to change numbers again. Probably won't be 19. No, I don't know. Probably.
All right. That's all the questions we have for you. Thank you. All right. That's a wrap.